Let me get rid of that. Well, how do I get rid of that? Huh? Wait, is it chat? No, it's not chat. Ah, it's here. It's this. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome Moonites of YouTube and Twitch chat. How are you doing today? Hello Articus, welcome Painter. Hello Risk. Yes, I take recommendations, and yes, Slay the Princess is on my list to play. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm happy that you're not put off by kissing. Some people do not like that, but I'm happy that you do like the kissing. Welcome. I'm happy that YouTube promoted me to someone. Hello, Ken. So yes, today we'll be playing or reading a short visual novel about loving a monster. It recommended me Lady Moonpearl from our Discord server, my viewer. She said that her friends made this, and I was out of plan today because I wanted to present you guys the Polish folklore, right? I wanted to talk to you about Polish folklore, teach you about it. But as I was preparing the slides, I was like, no, that's going to be boring. That's not going to be interesting enough if I just read you from slides. I have to go a little bit more in detail, you know? I have to rethink how I want to make the stream about it. So that's why I moved it to Saturday, but because of that, I didn't know what to do today, so we're playing a visual novel. Welcome, Poppy, good to see you. Would like to be loved by ship woman? Yeah, I know, Articus. And also, tip alert is not working today. I don't know why, but I didn't want to spend time before the stream fixing it. It's not like I anticipate anyone donating because it happens like once a month, but it would suck if someone donated today like this once a month event and I wouldn't know. So there will be a message on screen that it doesn't work. Just so everyone knows. You had a bad day, but it doesn't matter because I need to continue the fan art for the cult. Hell yeah! I can't wait to see it, Painter. Let me just see if I clicked everywhere notifications that I'm live. Sometimes I will prepare a post sometimes and I will just click to send it. Yeah, I think I did. Okay. Let me open the game. Do you want to guys say something about your day? Do you have anything to share? Real, Magbeard, you're new here. Do you want to be part of our cult of the Blue Moon? You haven't been awake long enough to share anything. It sucks. Then what happened yesterday? Poppy. I completely forgot to add the game to the gaming screen. But you should be able to hear the music. And the music is awesome. Let me just add it. Come on. Okay, here it is. You stream for over 7 hours. That's all. I mean, that's great. I'm happy for you. Because you don't often stream that much. Hello, lady. Good to see you. It's been a while. Wait, where is chat? Here it is. How are you doing, lady? I haven't decided. I will try to draw a person every cult meeting for the fan art. And today is hence lucky day. Wow. Hello, Wi-Fi. So, I want to say that the art in the menu is great and the music is beautiful. I wonder, lady, do you know if they composed the music for the game or they found it somewhere? Either way, it's great. Very atmospheric. I really like it. Not too bad. Got swallowed by Christmas shopping and preparations. Already, wow. You're well prepared. I usually wait until last moment. Filthiest stuff they found. They chose very well then. Lady, I meant to ask you last month, but we haven't seen each other last month that much. Did you participate in the month writing challenge? I intended to, but I'm focusing on streaming and art a little bit more. So I thought it's not unwise to try to do that. Hello, Josh. You have not seen this game because it's very niche. Not the Nano Remo, since everyone was boycotting it, but my group ran a BL Remo with a goal to write 69 words a day. I tried but failed because of Christmas shopping and shenanigans. But did you finish something out of it? In the meantime, I'm going to start reading, I guess. Without further ado. No, we're jumping right into it. Did I finish Chrono Trigger? No, Josh! I'm going to finish it at Friday! No, almost got the end of a Dead Dove's Mat. I started writing last year and I did a little new one. Doesn't even get to halfway through. Let me know if you finish something. I would love to read it. I mean, I can always go back to your earlier stuff and read it, but you know. Okay, let me read it. It's been a couple of months since you moved into your grandfather's old farmhouse. Oh, it's a third-person narration. I feel like it's not that common. Left behind some things, but nothing you miss. A job you didn't like, a home that was suffocating, friends you didn't really care much for, worrying parents that still call you several times a week. You're okay with that though. Oh, I don't hate my parents. That's cool. I think I have to make myself a little bit smaller. I don't like myself being that small, to be honest. Let me just do that. Move myself rather. Okay, this is good. Why this character doesn't care for their friends? Probably shitty friends. The night sky is perfectly dark out here, in the middle of nowhere. There's no stress from work, no noise from the city. No stress from work? Are you just living off the land or something? Just silence and peace and neighbors too far away to bother you. It's a nice house and it's familiar, filled with good memories overall. This is a great place. You thought you'd get better here. All that anxiety, the nervousness, the constant fidgeting. And it did, kind of. But more so in the way that now you're completely avoiding everything that stressed you out before. When you do have to interact with someone, it's 10 times worse than before. Well, running away doesn't seem like a healthy way to deal with those things. You're not sure you'll be able to ignore this for the rest of your life. Maybe it's time for therapy after all. You've never been to therapy, you have no idea how it works. But not knowing that is making you anxious, so you can at least imagine something. First things first, there's going to be a greeting. You're going to introduce yourself. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the more feminine version. This guy is too manly for me. Hi, my name is Jay. The therapist will nod. It doesn't meet you, Jay. My name is... blank. You don't have a name for your therapist. You're very bad at making up names. My name is Therapist, the therapist is going to say. So far, so good. You can handle that. Do you guys have made up scenarios like that in your head? I have all the time. I have made up therapists in my head. I usually skip the introductions and go straight to the point when I'm like talking about my issues with the made up version of like a figure I'm imagining in my head. They were hoping to add androgynous middle ground but ran out of time. I saw that they might add it later, yes, on the side. You have notices in your head? What does that mean? So, what are you here for? That's going to be a great question. Well, the stress, probably, the anxiety. Maybe also the fact that you've also started talking to yourself in your thoughts way more often. Like talk, not just forming words, but literally talk with your thoughts. Like it's another person. Ah, that's why it's a third person narration. That's smart. Did you... Wait, do you literally have voices in your head with me? I thought you were role playing. Did you go to some kind of specialist about that? You should. The voice in your head is a bit of a snarky ass. Sometimes. This can't be healthy. Probably. How would you know? You're no therapist or psychology major or whatever. Ah, no idea how it'll continue after you'll tell them that. Deep breaths, Jay. Deep breaths. Alright, you can do this. Tomorrow we're going to look up some therapists nearby and give them a call to find out if they'll still take patients. It's no calls. You write terrible things, those phone calls. Maybe you can write an email instead? An email sounds good. It won't be easy, but you're sure you can do this. Tomorrow. You'll get up, eat something, take a shower, just in case they ask you to come over immediately. Which they might do. How would you know? You've never been to therapy. This would be so much easier if you knew what was going to happen. Oh, Jesus. A wave of relatability just hit me super hard, guys. That's how I put off every task I am about to do, so... Let me just sink in it a little bit, you know, and bathe in it. Just to... I don't like those feelings. The voices in your head only repeat memes can? Well, that's not too bad. If you tell you go to mental hospital, so no, that's not how it works, Sifi. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's how it works in your country, but usually that's not how it works. It starts with treatment. You don't go to mental hospital just because you hear some voices. The voices in your head, Painter, are just chaotic. They actually have a system of government. I think they tell a lot about my mental health. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm marinated in the feeling. I can continue. Deep breaths, Jay. Everything's alright. Find yourself calming down just a tiniest bit. Great. Or would be great if this wasn't the moment that you hear a noise outside. You're decently sure you didn't imagine it. There's something or someone out there. Definitely someone friendly. Definitely. You won't catch a wink of sleep if you don't check to make sure. There's no way around it. It could be a raccoon or something, which should be fine, but your neighbors told you about bears. You do not want bears. It could be also be an intruder, which is no better, because those could come into your house. Maybe you shouldn't have moved so far out in the countryside, right next to the forest. It can get pretty scary here. Oh well, at least you have Grandpa's trusty shotgun. I don't know how to shoot guns. And you also don't want to hit anyone, so that's perfect, isn't it? You grab the shotgun, whatever you like it or not. The weight feels comforting in your hands. You listen at the door for further noises. But it's quiet. So you open the door as slowly as possible and peek outside. Nothing. There's no one around, but the noise did come from the direction of the empty barn right next to the house. Maybe something is inside there. You're still convincing yourself that it's some small animal. As you approach, small animals sound like the best option right now, next to it being nothing. But it's something. It's them large shadow that twitches in a corner when you peek into the suspiciously open barn door. Wow, this is big and glowy. I like it. Okay. Okay, I can do it. I can do it. Who's there? Come out. You don't sound threatening. You sound like someone who did not want to check the barn at night and who definitely doesn't want to shoot. There's someone or something doesn't move. Still, you're sure it's there. I have a gun! Come out or I'll shoot! No, you won't. But you do raise the shotgun just a bit. The moment you do, there's a growl. It's a deep, throaty noise, and you're immediately sure it's a wolf, or a dog, or a bear. There's no way for an animal to make such a human sound, but then again, there's no way for a human to growl like that either. Oh god, you wanna live. But you don't. You stand your ground, shuffling the tiniest bit to the side, while totally not quivering like a leaf in the wind. You find the light switch. Click. It's blooded. The light shouldn't be affecting your sense of smell, but only when it's on, giving you visual input, do you realize that it smells like iron. There's a bright red trail running from the barn entrance to where the figure is cowering on the ground. It's definitely not a small figure, and you spot the heavily bleeding gashes on its side immediately. You'd be shocked seeing someone bleed this much. If you weren't shocked by the one bleeding, it's a man, you think, male, maybe more accurately. And it's not happy to be disturbed. Several eyes. You count 4 pairs are staring at you, teeth still bared in a growl. Dangerously long horns and spikes run its head from its head down its back into a scaled tail that is raised in a threatening twitch. The long clawed fingers are digging into the ground. The creature is terrifying. Are you guys into it? Big buff man, guys. But it's hot though. That is it. That it is. The darkened skin offset the icy blue eyes, all wide open parts of them, and the glistening scales range from almost black to pale turquoise, terrifyingly hot. The creature is gorgeous. You should be way more scared about this, but somehow you're not. Beautiful things have a way of calming you down. Besides, you're not anxious in front of animals or plants either. So why would you be anxious in front of a monster? Sure, that makes total sense. As you're staring, fascinated, the thing slower its growl into a rough rumble. You snap out of it, finally taking a moment to assess your situation. This is not a human. This is not an animal either. This is, in fact, not a being that you'd have ever expected to see outside of a movie or drawings. And yet it's here. This is a monster in your barn, and you're not going to question that for the moment, because if you think too deeply about it, you're going to have a nervous breakdown. The creature doesn't look hostile, more wary. It's still beginning, but now it's slowly moving its weight away from its injured side, sitting up. You won't risk it to become rich, Fifi? Okay, I understand. Unfortunately, guys, I'm only really into feminine people. So if this guy lost some muscle, I would way more into him. And had more rounded face, but you know, I still would. Like, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't just be as excited as I would be otherwise. can see its legs, form different from yours, much more suited to walking on all fours. It doesn't look as odd to you as you'd have thought such a thing should look. Try not to stare too hard, and keep your voice as calm as you can. Can you understand what I'm saying? One of the two pairs of ears twitches forward, the growl quiets further, now pretty subtle. The creature continues to stare you down, skeptical. Have a feeling he understands you. There's one very judgmental gaze right there. Still hot. Oh, they blushing. They are cute when they are blushing. There's just something about condescending gaze on a man who is bleeding on your floor. That could be something to mention to your future therapist. Yeah, do you guys mention all your kinks? Are you all your concerning kinks to your therapists? The femme version really is cute. I played Mask, so this is my first time seeing it in action. Wait, there is a femme version? I downloaded just the first that I saw. God damn it, I'm going to have to play it once again, am I? Oh, no, I think about the character. Okay, no, sorry. Yeah, version of J, yeah. If this was a monster mommy, that would be... I would love it more. My therapist does not that I'm into pet play. You should tell them. And then tell us how it went. You didn't say any of your thoughts out loud, or at least you think you didn't, but the creature, you decide to call it a man for now, looks even more condescending now, like he's offended you're checking him out. Alternatively, he thinks you're stupid. Give it another try. Do you need help? Duh. Bleeding out on the floor, I'm sure he's fine. Sarcastic. I don't think I will. Coward. What do you love, Leafy? More air twitching. Ear twitching. Finally, he stops growling completely. He just exhales through his nose audibly and shifts his weight further. He's leaning against the barn wall now. Two eyes moving to look at his wound, while the rest keep staring at you. How is his brain processing the information of them, all looking to the different directions? You'll have to look up how chameleons do that. Anyway, he seems to have judged you as not a danger to himself. You're about as dangerous as a fly, so he's right about that. With the men seeming more approachable, you decide to squat down. When trying to approach frightened and hurt animals, it's best to make yourself as small as possible. You're not sure about frightened or animal. But the man sure is hurt, so that concept should be similar. You get a frown in return for your movement, then a wary growl when you put down your shotgun. I'm not trying to hurt you. See? I put away the gun. Praying you don't regret this. You're hurt. Can I take a look? All eyes return to focus on you. The bleeding doesn't appear to have stopped, and the man is suddenly beginning to look rather exhausted. Wary. You've seen your grandfather take care of sick animals before. This isn't a look of surrender, it's more looks of someone giving up. He doesn't even react anymore when you shuffle forwards, just letting his head fall to the side a bit. Eyes almost closed. It'll be alright. Hopefully. Up close, the man is twice as beautiful. There's just enough human about him for you to regard him as humanoid. but enough animal or monster to feel foreign. You've never seen anything like him before. You've thankfully seen bad injuries before, because wow, that looks nasty. Considering your previous job. So you're not put off by the stench of iron. Did they tell us their previous job? Is it a serial killer? The wound looks bad. It's hard to tell under all that blood, but it's mangled, like you're expected a wound to look after an animal attack. Maybe one of those bears. You didn't exactly have the ideal equipment to treat a wound like they is at home, but you do have some, and you do have enough that you can get him patched up. The rest will rely on his own healing powers, which are hopefully better than a human. A sneak incoming. You're welcome. Oh my god. That sneeze hurt my chest. Bless you. I want a kiss. Ah, because it was 2 sneezes. Well, what was the math again, lady? With the number of sneezes? Or the price for each number? A human most certainly wouldn't survive this outside of hospital. But a human also doesn't have 8 eyes and does not react to pain at all, so we're pretty optimistic. Once a wish, two's a kiss, and three's a disappointment because you didn't get a kiss. Hmm. Nice, I won. Yes, Poppy, there are prizes. And guys, you owe me a kiss. I usually get a disappointment because I usually sneeze 3 times. But yeah, guys. Where's my kiss? I'm not reading until I get my kisses. I'm on a strike. Okay, I guess that I will count that lady. From you. Okay, thank you, Ify. Yes, thank you. You don't know if you kiss everyone in chat, but not me. No, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Mana splash. Poppy won't kiss me. Jesus, Mihau, and get splashed by mana. Yeah, okay, that's what I want. Thank you, Ify, as well. You are embarrassed. Why? Let me read that then. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to get some things to help you with that wound. Okay? You think he understands, judging from the way he exhales through his nose again? The monster lets you do whatever. He watches you with the gaze of someone fully expecting to be stabbed with a knife at any second. Surprise starts to mix in when you don't do that, instead of nudging him carefully so you can work on that injury. His skin color like that of a reptile. When you get him to move his arm, his stomach reveals tight lines of muscles and the lack of belly button. Oh my god, it's so hot. I want to lick his abs. Can I lick the blood around your wounds to clean you up? They should say something like that. They for sure think something like that. Your focus could be on that latter, but since you were, it's you we are talking about. It's not Jesus. That was a hard sentence for me. Like, it's not exact. Gotta grope those. No, I cannot grope without consent. I was about to do that, but guys, I promote consent on this stream. Don't grope your monsters without their permission. He allowed us to touch him, to heal him, not to grope him. That would be breaking his trust and his autonomy, guys. So we're not going to do that. He's not exactly wearing clothes. Like, at all. Oh, she's wet. Or they are wet. Well, yes, he isn't, but there's nothing revealed that shouldn't be revealed. You could say that the scales and plates on his skin are his clothes. Just don't think too deeply about his own anatomy. That's going down a rabbit hole. Well, he doesn't seem to have a genitalia, at least revealed. When you're done with the wound on his waist, you check the rest of him. There's streaks of red blood on his face, and where his fingers had dug into the ground, bloody drops have colored the earth darker. You have away what you can and let him lie where he is, breathing shallowly, all eyes almost closed. Something tells you that he's resilient. He will make this, with some help. Food and water, shelter, time, safety. To not be found by wild animals or worse, humans who would love to get their hands on a thing that has never been seen before. You can offer him that. Him being hurt means he would stay a while. That's, I mean, thought, and you feel guilty for it immediately. Maybe fascinated by him, but that doesn't mean you seriously want him to be hurt, just so you can continue seeing him. It'd be better if he's healed up soon. Yes, but until he's healed, he will stay healed. You can stay here if you'd like. As long as you don't hurt me, I don't mind you occupying the barn. A single eye opens, focusing on you, then another half. His tail whips around his side, the tip coiling on the ground in front of you. Oh, he's so tsundere. Use some sort of energetic vampire because this game gives you energy. Oh, that's good. I think you were born to experience more visual novels like this. You should read more. I'll interpret that as an agreement. He doesn't respond anymore. Little by little, all tension leaves his body. He's tired from whatever fight he has caused his wounds. He needs rest. His body tilts over to the side, once again curling up tightly. You haven't killed him so far, and even if you wanted to, he's not in the mood to put up a lot of resistance. He's sleeping or passed out, face is much softer. You hold back the urge to touch it and leave him alone. Hey, if monsters exist, then maybe the voice in your head talking to you like it's another person isn't so weird after all. Wait, that doesn't make it better or doesn't make it better or worse. Sleep fitfully that night, dreaming of eyes and slithering scales. Okay, let's take a little break from reading. Let's do a cap. How do you guys enjoy it so far? I know Painter enjoys it. I'm checking some things out. Give me a second here. Okay, I'm back. You like that son? He's cute. You love it, Hifi? Good, good. But I don't know, my head got a little light. I got a little lightheaded. Like not a whole bunch, but like just enough when I feel like I have to stretch a little bit and just breathe. You're also really interested in the MC? Me too. They seem fun. As a big advocate for therapy, I'm interested to learn more about them. You feel the energy, and now I remember that I used to watch poorly made love stories to get energy, but because they were poorly made, they also gave me cringe. And you're cringe intolerant. What are you talking about? You're cringe, Painter. I'm cringe. We're all cringe here. Then you should watch well-made love stories instead of poorly made to give you energy. I used to imagine scenarios before sleeping. Two couple be defeating but with love. It was very sugoi. There you go, you're embracing the cringe. For me, I pretty much only cringe now when someone is trying to be serious and so clearly put a lot of effort into something, but failing. So there was, I remember when I was in school, and there was a girl that made a presentation about her favorite band or something, right? And just or type of music, I don't remember exactly. Usually find this entering this day. I still find it like I cannot handle someone think someone else fail when they clearly care. But yeah, that girl was making a presentation and like it was clear that she tried, but it was just so, I don't know, she was fumbling around, stuttering, and it was frankly boring, like very amateurishly, also amateurishly made presentation, and no one was interested. Like the energy is in class was palpable. Even the teacher didn't care. Like everyone just were staring at their desks. And the girl, I think, was on the spectrum, so she couldn't read the room. So she like was giving her all to this presentation while failing, and no one cared. And I tried to listen, right? But like I can read the room, so I felt awkward. Like, oh my god, this is not going well. And I remember a moment when she started playing a music, right? And that music was going endlessly because it's not like she played 30 seconds, but she was intending to play like full song. So at that point, uh, I just, I just said like, because also kind of the time, right? I think everyone wanted it speed up, so she hurry up because it's been taking a while, like, and it felt like an eternity. So I just, in my mind, I did a little favor and said, you don't have to play the entire song. Like it just a quiet mention like that. I don't know. I felt horrible when I did that because I don't know if, but I just it felt super awkward that moment. Like, I don't know, if the fact that even the teacher just was staring at her desk and didn't care. It was just so sad to watch the scene. The courage to try and keep drunk is very encouraging. It's the start of all good things. I agree with you, but also like, I don't know, kind of know your audience, at least with in case of my story, like clearly nobody cared, so she didn't have to go into as much detail as she wanted to, right? We feel bad for her. Me too. That feels more like a teacher failure. A little bit, yeah. So yeah. Let me a little rearrange my screen here. Because there is a lot of some negative space here that I could use. She did a project on something that made her happy. I hope she had fun regardless of everyone else. I hope so too. I have relations with monsters. What's that like? Well, I usually just kill them. But those that are hot, it's pretty fun. They have different bodies, different anatomy, so you never know what you're going to get. But welcome, Kamikaze. And thank you, Dumi, for forgiving my sins. Welcome as well. I don't remember what that girl's presentation was about, but I just remember that she went into a lot of details that, like kind of just didn't fit the class as well. Like, I don't know how to say it, but like she diverged from the topic and went into a detail that, wasn't exactly right for the class. But never mind. Let's go back to the game, to the story. I mean, we're going to marry at Sound Tower someday. I wish you luck with the Sound Tower. Uh, should I help you finding it? I think there are some centers back in my world that I come from, Poppy. There are no rules against monsters, Batman. Hello, Lucius. Nice to meet you too as well. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Okay, enough of this yapaton. Let me return to the story. When morning comes, you're almost eager to check if last night has been a very child hallucination. Women only. Okay, I will try, Poppy. Wait, I wanted to return to the. I'm playing Cookie Clicker right now. I'm happy for you, Dumi. I have to ask, do you, any of you know of a centaur VTuber? I saw horse VTubers, but you know, they were fully humanoid, but I'm thinking about centaur, where the bottom half is actually a horse. Do you know what? I'm gonna do that monster Batman. Know why? Because we want to find a girlfriend and a future wife for Poppy. You feel like you've seen one or two around, but maybe that was only in my hopes and dreams. Ah, yep, lady. I think I saw one as well, but maybe that's also was in my hopes and dreams. I sometimes regret not being a center VTuber, but I worried 3D would be impossible. Not impossible, but probably a lot more costly. I will try to look for a girlfriend for you, Poppy. Okay, let me continue. Mm-mm. On the way, you pass by bloody tissues you've thrown into your trash. Not a dream after all. When you check on the stranger, he's where you left him. Almost. Shuffle off to the side, bit more hidden away, but awake. Probably startled by the noise. He quickly gets up. The weariness, thankfully, passes almost immediately. Recognizing you, he tilts his head and a thin, forked tongue slithers out between his lips. The pale tone is gone before you can really look at it. Was he sniffing the air just now? Snakes mainly smell through their tongue. You know that. You have no knowledge about snakes. This is so cute! You like snakes. Their scales feel nice and their little tongues flicks are absolutely adorable, especially on tiny snakes. Even though this is very tall man doing the same thing, it still enhances his cuteness factor by a lot. Wish you could take a video of it. Back to the topic. The main point is the sniffing isn't a threatening gesture, quite unlike the growl. Although to be honest, there's so much from different animals mixing. Can you even trust what you know? You can see it more or as a greeting. That's what you decide to do at least. Compared to yesterday, he looks much more relaxed. It's adorably helped that you haven't tried to kill him. Why, Doomy? I brought you some water and a meal, if you want any. You don't even need to tell him that. 2 eyes are on you. 2 are looking down, and 4 are fixed on what you're carrying, all the way until you put it down in front of him. Have no idea what the man with the fur-like hair who growls, who has scales, horns, 8 eyes, and 4 ears might eat. So you didn't bring only water, you also brought milk and juice. Just in case. And the place is a carefully balanced mixture of meat, vegetables, fruit, eggs, and bread. Without hesitating, the man goes for the hard-boiled egg first, appearing confused for a moment when he notices the inside is not fluid anymore, and follows it up by meat. You observe him as he eats. Hello, cat boy. Good to see you again. You observe him as he eats. He's not purely carnivorous. He eats the fruit next, then the vegetables, and even the bread after some suspicion suspicious licks and nibbles. His tongue flicks out to lick over his lips several times. Long and thin, it doesn't match the rest of his mouth. You leave him to his meal, mostly observing his preferences but not bothering him. He works 7/7 Wednesday through Monday, so I can be around lots. 7/7? What kind of... from 7 to 7, okay. That's a long work hours. Why are you working so much, Catboy? Once he's done eating, it's time to check on his wounds. Can I check how your wounds looks? He shifts the tiniest bit, and yes, you think. Yes, you think. This time you say your thoughts out loud while you're working. How the wounds looks, what you're checking. His ears flick and twitch, and all 8 of his eyes stay focused on you. He's listening, but not how much he can understand you wouldn't know. He has yet to give you a sign. I feel like I got thrown out of my zone of reading. I'm less fluid. Gotta keep up with savants as a normie. I understand. This is looking good. It stopped bleeding and there's not a single sign of infection. I don't think you should move around too much though, or you might tear it open again. You sit down in front of the man. Well, since you might be here for a while, let's get along? My name's Jay. I live here alone, so you don't have to worry about anyone else seeing you. My neighbors are pretty far away. We don't really interact a lot. You babble on. It's easy to talk to someone who isn't listening but not commenting. I don't get visitors either, mostly because I don't spend a lot of time with other people. People are scary. The way his gaze turns absolutely incredulous at the statement almost makes you laugh. You? Scared? Hey, you got your confirmation that he understands you. That's cool. Seriously, I'm usually super awkward around others. Can't get their words out. I can't see that happening, is what the guy says. Your existence is so surprising that I'm finding it hard to get scared. Like, my brain isn't exactly treating this as real. What even are you? And what's your name? Do you have a name? Can you say it? The man looks at you for a while, then growls. Not growls, though. It's a very specific growl, with an odd intonation, and it's hard to describe, but you think it's an introduction. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. He thinks again. Then he speaks, which is a nice way to say that he imitates the sounds of words, the same way as a parrot might. Oh, very. Yeah, I would smash. Not super excited, but like I wouldn't say no. How? Okay, he imitates a human. Very. That was a sheep. Very. Let me just try out a few things. Bear with me, guys. Erin. Yeah, I prefer feminine. I think it has to be hot still, so. Verin. Verin? He doesn't correct you, so you must have managed to get it somewhat right. I mean, this is how you pronounce his name in human language. Cool, nice to meet you, Verin. You're starting to realize that Deverin is actually very expressive. You can basically tell what he's thinking just by looking at him. You're odd, Rude. His eyes and ears, his tail, the way he tilts his head, and even the crease of his mouth are constantly conveying messages to you. It's so much easier to read him than humans. Interesting. They have trouble reading humans but not monsters. Because they are more animated, I guess. I heard that not all, but some autistic people have trouble reading humans, but that's why they prefer anime, for example, because their actions are a bit more over exaggerated, so they have better time basically reading them. Kamikaze. How is the monster easier to read than humans? Humans, what are you doing? Stop being so complicated. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about humans. You're gonna postpone that therapist. Yay! I mean, too bad. Back to business. For convenience, do you think you could talk to me directly? Head tilt, is this really necessary? Fair point, you're not having a lot of problems reading him. But I want to hear his voice. When he said his name, his voice had that dark, raspy tone that you immediately have a bit of a thing for. It'd be a shame to communicate non-verbally when he sounds this nice to listen to. Fine, I'm convinced. You've got permission to say so. Your voice is very nice. I want to hear more of it. They are horny. You didn't need to make it sound so lustful. Look, now he's back to judging you. You grumble a complaint. Am I not even allowed to voice my opinion? Verin ends with a very human gesture, lowering two of his eyes. Yeah, humans are complicated. Verin speaks slowly, but make sure to have every word pronounced correctly. There's not even a lisp. It sounds like he knows all the words, but needs a bit to get used to saying them out loud. Silence, bottom! Actually, his mouth moves a very little while he talks. Maybe he has another way of mimicking your language. Try not hard not to get giddy at the fact that he's fulfilling your wish. Have about 4 dozen questions, but we need you to ask them one by one. Priorities. Oh, we sure are, but about you, do you need anything? Like a blanket or a mattress to lie down or a person to lie with you? I mean, I didn't say that. That's just my thoughts. Four of his eyes jump down to the empty plates on the ground. Food! Still hungry? I can get you some more. What do you want? Eggs. I've got one more hard-boiled egg and 2 fresh ones in the kitchen. How many do you want? He looks at you. How many? So many. I guess I'm going to drop by one of my neighbor's places. After all, one guy has a chicken farm. I can buy a lot of eggs there. The owner is very quiet and doesn't care about anyone's business. He's not going to ask what you need, what you need a lot of eggs for. The thought of dropping by gives you a twinge in your stomach, though. Are you hurt? Huh? Just as you wrapped your arms around yourself, awkward, you wave them around to show that you're fine. Oh no, not hurt. Just anxious. I'm going there to get you a meal, so I can do it. No problem at all. The attractive monster is your barn wants a meal, so we're going to get him a meal. Soon. For now, other than food, are you okay here? Very nods. I need a rest. He gingerly puts one hand on his waist, where the bandages are covering up his injury. You're going to get him a meal in a moment, but his sleeping situation is more or less covered. Let's go for that version, of course, we have to say it. He could totally sleep in my bed. Why did you say that out loud? I meant to think that. You don't think he completely understands what you're implying? Maybe because he doesn't want a bed but his gaze short turns suspicious. No, no, I'll stay. He motions to where he is. Bottom externally. Oh, sure. Shame. Will you stop it already? How does someone like you have a social anxiety? No, don't answer that. I guess this is just how much you're into what's in front of you. Poppy, I think this protagonist reminds me of you. Very anxious but also very horny at the same time and willing to express it. Will you be cold out here? He huffs, most certainly not. You're tempted to procrastinate visiting your neighbors further, but the gorgeous monster man wants his meal. I can be your meal. I cannot say it. I cannot. But maybe if I just sleep naked in front of him. No, I can't. I can't. I will live for the eggs. Mixed feelings. Don't tell me it's not true, Poppy. You know it to be true. To your surprise, you managed rather well. Your neighbor assumes you've got visitors over according to a comment he makes, and you don't correct him. Your monster is waiting for your return with his head raised and tongue flicking out repeatedly. Lunch is here, and it's me. I mean, I didn't say it. I will allow myself to ad-lib a little bit for the protagonist. You look like you've been calm all along, but it's the sight of the not human who's soothing your nerves. You hand him the basket of what's a dozen of raw eggs. He picks them that first handful of eggs eagerly, holding them to his mouth. Would you like a dinner, Buff, or me? You know, with a monster, I'll be. All the options could be me. Do me, eat me, and bathe in my blood. I think with him, I'm all the options. So I don't think I want to propose this question to him. That escalated quickly. I mean, I'm just stating the truth. He picks up the first handful of eggs eagerly, holding them to his mouth. His jaw unhinges. There's a lot of snake-like likeness in the movement, though the teeth he shows off are decidedly not snake-like. Behind a row of sharp carnivore teeth are little spikes covering the entire inside of his mouth. Standing up farther the more he opens his mouth. If he bites into something, it's not going to free itself without flesh tearing viciously. Oh, I wish he bit into me. His mouth closes around the eggs with a crunch. Something tells you he could do the same thing with a skull. I hope he does. I mean, no, I don't. Okay, but that's still. You have some very interesting tastes. Mm. Verin is busy finishing his early lunch. By which I mean you have a solid 3 minutes to just stare at him until the basket is empty. Jaw back in place, he looks at you. With some eyes, not all of them. He likes keeping a watch of his environment. What? What are you? Helping me. The more he talks, the stuffer the words come out. You're marveling at the sound of his voice until you register that he's asking what he's asking. Huh? Humans, not like strangers. He's very right there. If there's one thing humans can stand, then it's things that they don't understand. If it's a living thing or an intelligent living thing, then it's worse. You're not scared. You are, but before you saw me. With him slowly, deliberately pronouncing every word in his low, rambly voice. I have to get low and rambly. Can I get like that? You're getting a whole live ASMR experience. Oh, I have to do ASMR right now. If I had multiple eyes, I would use all of them to look at the beauty of the world. I was gonna say something else, but changed my mind. I'm glad that you changed your mind. I'm sure what you said is a lot more positive. Yeah, I was worried that there was an intruder, which, okay, you are technically an intruder, but I mean, a dangerous intruder. And hidden jaw skull breaker, which you technically are. What I'm trying to say is, I saw scared that I was scared that there would be something or someone who wanted to harm me. I'm not scared of a bear because it's a bear. I'm scared of being attacked. And you aren't attacking me. I could be waiting. You could be. It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel like it. I'm not making a lot of sense, am I? I don't know. That's actually a good question, Poppy. I didn't think about it. You awkwardly laugh and play with your sleeve. Sometimes you're so bad with words and explaining what you mean. You don't make any sense. Varin takes longer to reply this time, searching for the right translation. Trust can only be earned when given. I couldn't prove that I won't harm you unless you give me a chance. Which you did. Oh! Embarrassment flushes your face red. You start trembling immediately, as you tend to do when you're nervous. Honestly, it's because if your looks as humans are totally superficial, nothing pretty or cute is dangerous. Oh my god, they are so wet. Look at this face right in the corner. Mm-mm-mm. So I came in expecting an intruder, and then I saw you, and sure, you're obviously very dangerous, you're sure you're very obviously not something I've seen around, so I should have been worried. But also, you're insanely gorgeous, which made me go, pretty thing can be dangerous. All of Valen's eyes blink, one pair after the other, the whole row down. From what I know, humans don't like. He fails at trying to get together what he means, his eyes narrow in thought until he has the words put together. You don't like things that look like humans, but then not completely. The fake human bodies made from wood and other materials, or are everywhere on your skin, or even humans with different colors. Those tattoos and skin color, he's got a point there. You're going to find a ton of people who don't like the uncanny value of dolls, who think tattoos are personal ugly, and who are just plain racist. What he apparently doesn't know is that there's an equal amount of people who do like it. Beauty standards are very subjective matter. Some people like it different. I'm weird too. It's raining outside and I had to get food from my doorstep. God damn it, Poppy, why are you giving us hope and then crashing it down? Like, guys, I fully expected uh, to all of you be wet always when you're watching my streams. Are you saying that you guys are not wet every time you see me and hear me? Disappointment. My disappointment is unmeasurable and my day is ruined. And I think I have to get better at it. I have to make you guys sweat every time you hear my voice. Yes, you're always horny, but that doesn't mean you're always wet. Are you giving us a BFE or not? Make up your mind. I mean, only because I want you guys to make you guys sweat always. Doesn't mean I'm giving you BFE. You know, it's completely platonic. It's friends with benefits experience. No, that's my thing. You can steal it. Oh, fuck. Okay, then. It's friends without benefits. Just blue balling, okay? I make you horny, but I never give. I wrote friends with benefits experience in my value application. No, I want benefits. Don't edge me. I'm going to edge you guys. That's my stream now. That's my brand. I'm rebranding, guys. Fantasy, world building, whatever. Friends without benefits. Experience. That's the thing. That's the thing. Friends without benefits. Thanks, I hate it. Here you go. I wanted to give you benefits, but apparently that's your thing. Then take it. It's your thing. I don't want it anymore. There's plain curiosity in Varin's face. He's not teasing you or trying to be mean at all. Like you. Yep. Like me. We don't talk about the kinds of books you read and games you play. There's a pattern then, Jay. There's definitely a pattern, even if you haven't noticed it until today. They say that fiction and reality can be compared, but the truth is that in your specific case, there's something rather unclear lines. Too late, Poppy. You have. Pause. Interesting. Pause. Long pause. Taste? Yes. Yeah. Self-awareness. Nice. Thank you. I believe for humans, it is positive when someone says they like your appearance. Am I getting closer to the mic, by the way, when I speak as him? Let me know if I'm picking the microphone. You've been swooning over him rather than giving a friendly compliment, but this is an acceptable misunderstanding. Since we talked about me being scared, what about you? How did you come to hide in here? And speaking of, why didn't you attack me? Very nose creases slightly. His stares flicks around in unhidden agitation. There was an intruder. One of my own. For my space. Home. Area? Your territory? An area that you've marked as yours? Yes, we fought. I won. But he wasn't alone. Implying that after their fight was over, more intruders appeared. Poor him. Got injured and had to retreat, landing you here where you hid away. Wait, how many of you are there? Very mimics a shrug. How is that there's a whole species out there even having territorial fights, and they haven't been found yet? Although maybe they have, and it's been covered up. Better not to ask too much. I can't kill a human. I could have fought back if you attacked, but more might have come again. I also cannot hunt. Too many questions. You can't hunt? Oh, you were bleeding a lot, but you already healed up a ton. It looked like back to me, but was that bad for you? I need many words. I don't know to explain. I can move, but not a lot. I'm healing, but not yet on the inside. I can only heal this quickly when I can sleep. To summarize, well, it looks like today he's almost fully healed already. That just won the survey. The injuries ran deeper, and he can't walk, let alone hunt, which means he was risking starvation without support. Why can't you kill a human? It's forbidden. If you kill a human, your species will attempt to destroy us immediately. We've got nothing to say to that. Could you tell I was only one here? Couldn't you tell I was the only one here? Yes, but humans have ways to call others even from afar. Phones, of course. If he's not entirely sure how the technology works, then he has to be wary of you doing something, and there suddenly being a whole horde of humans. In the end, what was your plan? Hide away from the intruders, that much I get, but wasn't it a bad idea to do so this close to humans? They won't come close to here. The most dangerous place can be the safest one. And I've watched this place. It's my territory. You rarely left, and only during the day I believed I had a chance. You didn't notice. You sure are getting called out today, aren't you? If you hadn't been awake in the middle of the night because you were too fidgety to sleep, you definitely would have missed the noise. You're getting pulled by your ghost girlfriend? Is it the... I don't know. I don't know if it's the roleplay or if it's genuine voice you hear, Yiffy. With you guys, I never know what's your genuine mental issue and what's roleplay. So I'm getting hesitant to start offering advice or what to say to that, guys. My girlfriend is real. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She is, yeah, for sure. Hmm. Having mentally ill chat is kinda weird, guys. And since you never even entered this barn, you wouldn't have found him either. Good thing that for once in my life I left the house when I didn't want to. Warren gives you a look for that. If this is the territory you live in, then we were practically neighbors. And you're going to reclaim it from the intruders? Pray he's going to. You don't want him to get into another fight, but the thought of him living nearby and maybe dropping by once in a while is nice. His throat rumbles slightly. Yes. Condescending gaze was hot. Determined, proud, and slightly aggressive gaze is hot. Don't you dare twirl your hair and giggle like an idiot. Hold it back. Awesome. That means I'll continue to see you around. Yes. Yes! You're definitely always welcome here. You grab his hand in excitement. Valen twitches a little for eyes peering down, but he doesn't pull back his hand. You only vaguely notice how he curls up his fingers a bit, twisting the sharp nails away from your skin. He honestly looks a bit conflicted, which in turn makes you awkward. But pulling your hands away right now might be more awkward. Sorry, is touching no good? It's fine. Asking us a question. His ears, which had been going up a bit, lower again, and you think he relaxes a bit. Or resigns. Kinda feel like he's looking a bit resigned. Not in a bad way, just in a resigned way. Master writing here. I like it, but it's it's silly. We're still holding hands, by the way, and aren't planning on letting them go. You have little scales around your fingernails. Great observation, Jay. Proud of you. Perfect thing to say here. It is the claws. Oh my gosh, he calls them claws. Use them to fight. Unlike you. You humans are soft compared to us. Hey, I've got some muscle. He looks over you. You feel a little shiver down your spine when he comes thoughtfully. Soft. Alright, if he's into soft, you're perfectly okay being soft. Another pair of eyes drops down to your hands. 3 pairs now, still holding hands. We have to get all the eyes looking at us. For a species this soft. We think he means something along the line of weak here actually. You're very direct. I didn't know humans were this aggressive in courtship. Oh my god, he knows we were. He can read the room. In what? If this was a comic, your head would explode right now. Courtship? Courtship? He suddenly noticed your super subtle filtering. He's also been seeing it as you're courting him. That's not entirely wrong way of interpreting filtering, but it's a bit much. You haven't thought about that far ahead. A monster husband? What did your parents think? You definitely have to renovate the house and find a way that both of you can comfortably live together. There's also children to think of. Like, what does he think about adoption? Is he species monogamous? That kind of stuff is important to know before marriage. Hello, Kirill. Wait. Yes, right. Take a breath, Jay. Don't run away with your thoughts. There's much more important questions to think about. Yep, a whole species study like this when it comes to filtering. According totally, you don't need to let him know otherwise. All of this has been intentional and planned, and you knew what you were doing. Is that bad? What do you think, Kelly? Is it a dating game? The single most important question is if that bothers him. No? A question, but more so that he's confused you're asking at all. It seems you're lucky that aggressive courtship isn't odd for him, though he might be unused to it. Still holding hands. I simply don't know what your kind's rituals. Which makes it hard for him to respond to in the right way, you guess. Oh, of course. I don't know what your kind's way either. Which would be how? Just asking out of curiosity. Or like a tail for it. Damn it! You'd have a tail if you could. Tails are cool. You finally put your hands back and sit up all straight. Clear your throat. Do this seriously, Jay. I might not have a tail, but would you allow me to, court you? Looks at you like he's doubting why you decided that now, after all this time, you need his permission. You're trying to transition from flirting over him to officially flirting. So obviously you need his permission though. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Verin studies you again, then slaps a finger against your arm. Even you, if you're wearing long sleeves, there's a distinct difference in build. I think I might accidentally hurt you. What actions exactly are we talking about that could cause him to accidentally hurt you? I'm sure that's not right. You're a very kind guy. I doubt you'd be that careless. He doesn't believe you at all. It's fair to say that this guy could, without wanting to, squish you to death. But you've seen no signs that he'd treat another living being so that roughly. You rack your brains on how to prove that to him. How about a hug? You can hug me and you'll see that I'm not that fragile. His tail flicks around for a while. Once it settles, you can read from his eyes that he thinks this isn't a completely stupid suggestion, at least. And although you just said this is about about him hugging you, you have apparently no patience at all, because the one doing the hugging isn't him. You don't even wait for him to vocally respond before you lean forward and pull him into a hug. Frankly speaking, you'd never let that guy go if saying like this was an option. His body temperature is colder than yours, but not uncomfortably so, just the tiniest bit. It's all smooth muscles and those hard, scale-like plates that make you want to let your hands wander all over him. Verin's arms move incredibly slowly, circling around your waist, with almost no pressure at first. See? Still breathing? You announce your survival quite happily, scooting ever closer to see if he cares to let you sit on his lap. Well, you got that right, Kirill. You got high with air. I think same here because when I'm reading a lot, I don't know. I think I don't get enough air actually. It's the opposite. So I got right now I got high of the lack of air. Okay, I have to replenish my water. Give me a second. I'm back. Okay. You announce your survival quite happily, scooting ever closer if he cares to let you sit on his lap. He lets you, not minding it. Or it's not a more intimate thing for his species. Or it is, and he's just given up, thinking that it's you aggressively courting him again, which is kind of is. Bearing does tighten his hug, but not without pausing constantly, checking your reactions. Compared to you, this guy is a gentleman. You lean back a bit so you can look into his eyes. Or, well, at his face in general. His tongue flicks out again, which is, up close, seriously cute. You barely restrain yourself from touching his lips. Really have no fear. You're just so no particularly scary. You've been nothing but courteous. How to say this word? Courteous. To me, I don't know. Maybe pick whatever I pronounce as the right option. Restrain yourself from touching his lips. Courteous. I don't think it's courteous. No, courteous. Courteous. I don't think it's courteous. What is this man? A god? A monster? Right, history. It was restrain yourself from touching his lips. It's them repeating that to themselves. Shouldn't you overthink your courting for a while? You don't know me, or even my kind. Technically you're filtering, which is an early step. Whenever he talks, his mouth moves slightly, the tip of his tongue appearing in your view for a split second. This is my native language. This is the pronunciation. I don't believe you. I, I think maybe it's American and I'm courteous. Courteous? Let me see it. The idea as well gave me something to read. I don't know, like courteous. It doesn't sound right to me, and I'm for sure a bigger authority on English than you guys. Okay, the color of the font is very bad on this background. Courteous? You've been nothing but courteous to me? No, that's not the pronunciation. I refuse. Okay. Whenever he talks, his mouth moves slightly, the tip of his tongue appearing in your view for a split second. Restrain yourself. For us humans, we have this step you'd call dating. That's basically getting to know each other better to see if you'd make a suitable partners. Very simplified. Oh, you make pronunciation guides at work. Well, I think I still think you're wrong. Less emphasis on E. Courteous. Courteous. Okay, that sounds better. I know I can use Google. I'm just too lazy. And I don't want to open it up right now. I see. And this step involves. He trails off. Sitting on his lap? Oh yes, absolutely. Physical compatibility is an important factor. It's about half-lie, because for some people it's not a factor at all, and for others it just doesn't matter very much. But you're far too comfortable when you're sitting to move away from here. Wearing face crunches up in an expression of thoughtful doubt. No doubting your words, but doubting your chance of surviving whatever image is in his head right now. You have some suggestions to those images, by the way. While his face crunches up, only one side of his ears lowers. His tongue flicks out again. And seriously, you've been restraining yourself super well, but this is way too cute. Know that I'm thankful, fully judging you for what you're about to do. I've always been impulsive. Usually your impulses center around running away from any sort of social interaction. But now, it's the opposite. You simply lean in and kiss him. We don't get a drawing for that. For the record, he had all the time to move away or stop you. And he didn't. He doesn't tense up, he doesn't turn his head. He doesn't respond either, but he keeps his careful hold of you, letting you do whatever. Okay, big question, guys. Are his eyes open while we kiss or not? And how does it work, like, if he has multiple? Okay, he has... Oh yeah, we got a drawing. I spoke too early. If your aggressively human courtship includes kissing him, he's apparently okay with it. Keeps his eyes open, not very passionate. Not very passionate about it. His hair is soft. To be honest, he was living in the forest. I imagine it looks soft, but it's probably just frozen in that position. It's stiff, and there are probably bugs in there. Sorry to destroy this image for you. Eyes open can be very intimate, actually. You think so? Not when, maybe when both are open, but I feel like we close the eyes. I mean, no, our protagonist is describing what they see, so maybe they are opening them as well. Okay, Painter, thank you. Mwah. Eyes open just creeps me out. Me too a little bit. Okay, with this guy, it's hot. Valen's lips are as cool as the rest of his body, though, chapped and rough, rather than soft. You can feel the slight gaps between he has kept them open. He never closes his mouth completely, and the shortest touch of his tongue more instinctually moving than probing. It's been a while since you last kissed someone, but that doesn't mean you don't remember how it works. Your arms are still around his neck, so you can only reposition yourself slightly to make it more comfortable on both of you. You open your eyes a bit just to see his reaction. None of his eyes are closed. All are open as sliver, all focused on you. Fuck yeah, we have the eyes focused on us. It makes you shiver again. You rub your lips against his, and Varin complies, opening up his and finally responding. Stiff are sharp, tiny pangs of pain whenever you brush against them. But his tone is soft and agile, teasing you until you want to melt. You want to whine when he pulls back, but you watch him lick the saliva off his glistening lips and you're instantly too distracted to make a sound. Breathe. Breathe. So the eyes open is fine with you? I didn't say that. I was because I was kissing Painter with eyes open, Poppy. Because that was a friendly kiss. That was not a passionate kiss on the lips. That was a kiss on the forehead for good night. That's different. But everything is fine when it's a monster. Ah! No, we're like, we have all of his attention or something. Because, in this situation, it's a bit different because he's a monster. And I just, we were working hard to get all of the attention of his eyes. So it's a bit different. Normally, probably I would prefer it close. Because it would be weird another time for 8 eyes to stare at you. There's a rumble in his words, a pour more so than a growl. Alright, I give up. One the monster man. He's beautiful. Scorcher. Okay, I'm going to get that. He's beautiful. He's courteous. He's sexy. And he can most certainly swap you off your feet and carry you. Wherever. He can carry you as if you weighed nothing. That's an image we are into. Period. So fragile. Losing your breath so easily. Bering grumbles the words, but since they are spoken in your language, he did intend for you to hear him. That's his fault. Like hello, who's not going to lose their breath getting kissed by a guy like this? You don't think it's fair for him to say that? Oh, you got us kissing, that's why. He sighs. Long sigh. You will have to explain your human courtship to me. It appears very extensive. Extensive? Food, nest, care, compliments, physical affection. You did bring him meals. You also felt for him to stay here. You also bandaged his wounds. And we don't talk about the last 2 points. Never thought about it, but yes, I guess it is. The nerves return. If it bothers you, I can hold back. He shrugs. I won't reject the courtship's methods of another species unless it is the courtship itself I don't like. So, you like me? Not disliking doesn't equal liking, Jay. I have known you for not even a day. Fair enough. But so far you are alright. We're just going to take that as a compliment. So, a try? Yes. Maybe it's just you beaming at him, but he gets the indulgent, resigned look again. And seeing that, will kissing continue to be part of the courtship? I see his eyes again. But because your beautiful monster is a very expressive person, you know that he's okay with it. And that's the end. I wish there was more. But I think that it was made for game jam, right? So I understand that it's not that expensive. You're the same ending as me, aggressive Jay. Go, yeah, hell yeah. What other endings are there? I didn't particularly want to replay it. But like, honestly, I thought the options don't matter that much. You liked it? Yeah, me too. So, for a short game, I really liked the pacing. It was tight, it was fast, but not too fast. It was very nice. Just the ending was a little bit abrupt, I guess. I'd wish, like, if it went for another hour, I think it would be perfect. There's one more a passive enjoy ending. There's a skip button that takes you past all the convos except the options, so it's easy to get. Yeah, but you wouldn't get reactions for those, right, if we skipped. I mean, I guess we can try. The developer made other games? I don't know. Lady maybe will enlighten us. Yeah, we really want more. They worked really hard to get this much out though, and couldn't possibly take on more. Ah, I understand. But it kind of makes me want to make a game, but I mean the visual novel like that as well. But I have already too much on my plate. But maybe if we try to do it together, guys, maybe we could. I think Owl said she's made a few text-based games, but I think this is their first visual novel. But they're both writers. Ah, alright. But yeah, so as I said already that I like the writing. It was funny, it was relatable, and it was nicely paced for the short game that it is. Like I'm saying, hour more I think would be perfect to really nail the ending. Maybe not hour, but in my pace of reading an hour more. But like half an hour of normal reading would be good. Let's do it, not with each other, but together. Yeah. But if we had someone who's familiar with making visual novels, if we had an artist, I mean, I can do art a little bit, and if we had a writer, I mean, I can write as well, but you know, doing all of it takes effort. If we could do that, then I think we would be able to cook something up. But that's something for the future to think about. Because visual novels seem very easy to do, right? There are makers that make it very easy to do. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, putting yourself out there is not very comfortable, is it? It won't be easy, but you're sure you can do this. Tomorrow, okay? Can I not check? Not recommended. It could be a raccoon or something, which would be fine, but your neighbors told you about bears. Hello, Lulchus Darkman on my Twitch chat. Thank you for the follow there as well. Brainstorm characters for a visual novel in the future. Yeah, something for the far future. We have a lot of things to do, guys. Like, I have to finish the comic that we started doing on the last stream. Some art projects. I have to write the short stories that we created. Like, I just start projects. My ADHD starts projects, but don't finish them. Not gonna use it. Whoever made that noise doesn't have to know that though. It only has to look intimidating. Okay? It's hard. Be unworthy for the pain of a living creature manages to dampen your fear considerably. There's a lot of blood on the floor, so the wound can be small. It also has to be hurting a ton. You let your eyes wander over the creature, trying to locate all injuries and momentarily finding yourself transfixed by the gorgeous icy blue eyes that are staring you down. So beautiful. Do you know the game Monster Prom? I heard of it. A multiplayer dating sim? Uh, Yeah, I heard of it, but I don't know anything about it, to be honest. Thank you, Lucius. I appreciate it. But you didn't even do anything. Well, you've been staring pretty hard, and that comment did sound like you're questioning its intelligence. And to be fair, maybe it always has that judgmental look about it. You wouldn't know, you just met him. Man, you decide to call it, okay? Doesn't honor you with a response. Because I grab all those apps. Now we're going to destroy the consent. You presume to have hash from an Eggman doesn't like to get groped. He's been letting you do that whatever so far, but now that he swats your hand away, shortly growling again, though it's a bit weak. We have his life, but not his dignity. You like the condescending gaze better. Good for you, because it returns immediately. I knew not to violate his trust. Obviously can stay here. I'm not going to throw out a hard person, not when he's being docile. Stop staring. You're going to get the condescending gaze again. You're ridiculously easily distracted by his looks. That's fine in itself, but he doesn't have to know about that. I'm just going to look silently disappointment. Look silently back. Your model allows said that it's going to deny you anything when you look disappointed. You continue doing so. Wearing tail starts to flick. The longer you silently look disappointed, the bigger the flicks. Then he gives a tiny non-threatening growl of annoyance. Okay. He can definitely stay here. Not about to throw him out after all. Whatever. The burn is yours. I'm not using it anyway. Warren nods in satisfaction. Oh, I will peg you back. I want to say he doesn't need to do that, but there's a calm determination in his voice that stops you from saying anything. It'd be an offense if you just denied him that. Well, once you're better. I mean, he'd be a good protector. You don't mind your enemies splatter all over the room, at least. Awkward silence. The answer is also no answer is also an answer. Verin can tell that much. Honestly, having all 8 of his eyes on you is a bit unnerving. Feels like your every movement is being observed and judged. Every little awkward fidget you're doing. Thank you. He leans forward a bit and you tried hard not to squeak. You don't appear dangerous either. Yeah, because you're weak. And your eyes are pretty. Ooh! Did he just... Do not squeak, do not squeak. He's only replying to your comments about being pretty thing can be dangerous. Does he really think you have a pretty eyes? You have to look away for a moment to breathe. Okay, that's all we heard. His expression is a sap. He moves his fingers against until you're resting more comfortably before risking hurting you. It's alright, I was only surprised. So he's not against this, that's good. The soothing tone he takes makes you relax. We're still holding hands, by the way. Ah, okay, this all the same, holding hands. This has been okay while he's ignored it, but now that he's staring at you, you jerk your hands back, laughing awkwardly and rubbing them. I guess since humans is we don't need hard claws, but I'm a bit envious. I think the tiny scales are cool. You show off your hands, pointing at your fingernails. Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. We're only attempting to get past the awkwardness. In the middle of your rambling, Varin touches the hand you're holding up and gently tugs it towards him. He holds it carefully, rubbing a thumb over your fingertips. You're certainly no fighter. How do you keep yourself safe? I didn't go out, so there's no threat to my safety? Varin looks troubled. And if you do have to go out, like yesterday, if I had been something else, not me. He huffs. You need someone strong to watch over you. Make sure to choose a partner that can protect you. Partner? Still playing with your hand. Oh my gosh, someone help. Mate, companion? Oh, a husband. That's a real husband, a great husband Colin did that, sitting right in front of you. Very strong, very hot. You try hard not to choke when you somehow simultaneously have to swallow and laugh. Do you have a one? He gives you a tiny shake of head and lets go of your hand. Some of his eyes drop on you, his expression somewhat resigned. Not me. Takes you a second to realize that this isn't him answering your question. It's him responding to the thing you didn't say. But about him as a candidate for you to date. This is technically a rejection, so you should be feeling bad, but you're not because, as I already noticed, he's very expressive. And right now, he doesn't seem to be too happy to be rejecting you. Can I ask why, if you don't mind me asking? Very seriously studies you again, then taps a finger against your arm. When you're wearing long sleeve, okay? We heard that? You open your arms wide. Varin moves in slow motion, circling his arms around your waist and pulling you over with the largest amount of strength possible. To your surprise, he pulls you all the way into his lap, making sure you're settled comfortably before he tightens the hug the tiniest bit. Frankly speaking, you'd never let that guy go if staying like this was an option. His body temperature is colder than yours, but not uncomfortable so. So just a tiniest bit cool, his all smooth scales and those hard scale-like plates that make you want to let your hand wander all over him. You're not gonna do that, but you do wrap your arms around his neck. Still alive? You announce the fact that you're still breathing and feel an amused half air against your ear. Varin does tighten his hug, but not without pausing constantly, checking your reaction. Okay? Varin's eye narrow a bit. You may be restraining yourself, and I'm proud of you for that. And I'm proud of you for that, but you're not exactly a subtle person. You're exceptionally bad at hiding where you're trying to not to look, and something tells you that Varin is very much aware of it. Still debating on what to do about it. Judging from the look on his face, you do know this guy can literally watch the movement of your eyes, hands, and overall body at once, right? There's no hiding that suspicious shifting. Give it up, he noticed already. Varin's nose taps against yours, by which I mean he's really close to you. I didn't know you're human courting well. Is this an invitation? Court? You don't choke on your own spit. Congratulations, but you do turn bright red. Why are you embarrassed at all? We already talked about the possibility of him becoming your partner, but the word courting is tipping you over? Please don't forget that he asked you a question. Yes? You squeak out the most hesitant yes that a yes can be. You didn't intend to be inviting him to kiss you, but if he's willing, then there's no reason to say no. Words only got so far. Oh! Another when he's the one kissing us. And he closes his eyes when he's on the attack. I meant to say. Varin has none of your nervous hesitation. He simply raises his head slightly, and the cool surface of his rough lips brushes against yours. Not all the eyes, but some of them. You freeze up completely. There's no force behind the gentle kiss, and the way his arms are loosening around you gives you enough space to escape, if you wanted to. You don't. Relax the tension in your muscles and lean forward a tiny bit, pressing your lips closer together. A little shiver runs down your spine when you feel the cold tip of his tongue lick them slightly. Varen certainly knows how to kiss someone, you realize. If you weren't sitting already, you'd be feeling your knees go weak when his tongue enters your mouth, tingling and tickling, wrapping around yours with a flexibility that's just not possible for a human. You almost want to complain when he pulls away, but the low pour of Varen's voice keeps you quiet. Breathe. You inhale. He licks the trail of saliva not only from his own but your lips as well, causing your breath to get stuck in the throat again, before he looks at you with an indulgent sigh. If you suffocate from a kiss, was just so unprepared. You grumble, hiding your face inside the nape of his neck. Are you this intent on courting me? You mentally exchange the word courting with the more comfortable filtering. If you don't like it, then I won't. I do not like it, but I've only known you since yesterday. I mean, I'm not expecting anything right now, but can we continue to get to know each other, and you continue to come by even after you're healthy, and get your territory back? One of his hands touches the back of your head, carefully brushing through your hair. If you want that. I do. Then, yes. You hug him tighter, sighing with relief. Probably this would be the right moment to move away from his lap. Change the topic, do something else. But you're unwilling to move. It's comfortable here. Despite your word that you'll get pushed off, it doesn't happen. Varen only makes a low sound again, like a purr, and continues to brush his hand through your hair. Your monster, you can't help but think, is a very gentle one. And that's another ending. That was nice too, that last thing. Okay, and we're done with it. My new tenant. Very nice indeed. If you missed some of it, or if you just want to read it for yourself, you can easily enough Google it. I should have left the link in the description, but I didn't think about it. But yeah, it's on inch.io. And yeah, I think I'm going to be ending the stream for today. I know this a short one, but still. Good data monster. Maybe not this monster, but I will delete a monster as well. But yes, anyway, it's time to end. Yeah, thank you for recommending it, lady. I might read a little bit more short visual novels like this, because I want to read visual novels on stream, but long ones don't perform well. To be honest, if it was like more than 4 hours of reading, I don't think it's good enough for the stream. I really have to stick to short ones or super popular ones like Slay the Princess that I might play next when it comes to at least visual novels. Okay, yes. Now, tomorrow is collab with Poppy. We're going to be chatting and tier listing some random things. So that's going to be fun. Let's hope I'm not going to fuck up again and the stream can happen. Okay. I think it'll be fine. I hope so too. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. I appreciate all of you. And friendly kisses to you all. Bye bye. Oyasumun. By the way, guys, say back Oya Summon to me. Why am I the only one saying it? Poppy, you invented Oya Summon. Say it back. Thank you, I appreciate you. Yes, you did, Poppy.